He tried to poison me for my millions. He didn't see this coming. They say success changes people. What they don't say is how greed exposes them. I'm a retired businesswoman. Elderly, yes, but not stupid. After 32 years of building a luxury wellness empire from scratch, I sold my company for $50 million. And to celebrate, I invited my only son and his wife to dinner Michelin-starred, candlelit, quiet piano in the background. My treat. We toasted champagne, laughed, talked about travel plans, and for a second, I thought maybe I did something right after all. Then I excused myself to use the restroom. On my way back, just steps from our table, a young waiter intercepted me, pale and shaking. He whispered, "Ma'am, I think your son just put something in your drink." I saw him. I froze. My heart didn't race, it slowed. Like my instincts were giving me time to think. I looked past the waiter. My son was swirling his wine, grinning. His wife glanced nervously toward my glass. I didn't panic. I smiled. Walked back to the table like nothing happened. Sat down, picked up my drink, but didn't sip. Instead, I said, "You know what? Let's make a toast." They raised their glasses. I clinked mine. To family. The ones who think they're smarter than the ones who created them. They laughed, nervously. Then I calmly reached into my handbag and pulled out a small black case. Inside, a hidden voice recorder on the entire night, including the moment they thought I'd left. I pressed play, and there it was. My son's voice. "She's old. One sip and she'll go quiet. The money's as good as ours." His wife. "You're sure it won't show up in a talk screen?" The blood drained from their faces. I stood up, walked to the Mater D, quietly asked for the police. The waiter backed my story. The glass was tested, laced with crushed sedatives and something far worse. They were arrested before dessert. But I wasn't done. The next week, I held a press conference, donated $10 million to organizations protecting elders from financial abuse in my son's name. His face. All over the media, from heir to would-be murderer. And the rest of my estate? Rewritten. Not 1 cent goes to blood. It now funds scholarships for women over 60 launching businesses in their second act, because I didn't survive corporate warfare, raise a son alone, and build an empire from the ground up, just to be taken out by family in a 5-star restaurant. So here's what I learned. You don't owe anyone your fortune, especially the ones who'd kill to take it. And if you ever feel alone, remember this. There's an entire army of survivors out there just like you who turned betrayal into firepower. Subscribe now to hear their stories, learn the signs, and protect what you've earned. And never forget, if they come for your crown, make sure they choke on the jewels.